It's just gone 6:15, and I'm back on the road after 2 full days of rest, 3 nights here in Orange, and I'm on my way today up the Barrendong Way to Wellington. If I go up the A32, which is the main drag, oh, this is a goat track, which is the main drag, then I am subject to lots of traffic and narrow shoulders to the road. So I don't want that the whole day. Well, it's not the whole day, it's 3 days worth of it before I get to Wellington. Gapo is going to be coming out. We've agreed on that. It looks like the weather's going to hold for him, and so I'll have some company from tomorrow night. So tonight I camp on my own. Tomorrow night he's going to find me somewhere along the way, and we'll camp out. Then we'll spend the next night in Wellington. Then I get back on the road again, and he will camp out with me again between Wellington and Dubbo. Yeah, he'll jump on his bike, do some cycling. He does off-road cycling, and there's some tracks out that part of the world that he wants to go and explore.
Turn left onto Prince Street.
So that's what he'll be doing while I'm pushing this bin. Right now, this new front wheel arrangement I've got seems to be working. I've just gone through 1 kilometre, so early days yet. And but let's hope it all holds together nicely. I've got 2 spare wheels, so if the wheels do come off, I've got a spare. Well, I'm on the Barrendong Way, done about 5 k's. It's a beautiful morning, bit of a cool breeze coming across from my left right now, my right as I'm walking. I'm going that way. And but a peach of a day. I'm just having a bacon egg roll that I got made for me in Orange. It always strikes me, if you're going to run an eating establishment, a takeout establishment, and someone asks for a bacon and egg roll, and I don't have sauce on it, I admit that, but all you can do is basically boil the bacon and over fry an egg and cut it and put it between 2 pieces of bread. You really shouldn't be running an establishment. You know, sorry, but this is, if this wasn't necessary for me to eat, it's not terrible. It's just so bland as to be ridiculous. So I've got to eat it. I need the energy for the hills coming up. So that's what I'm standing on the side of the road doing, and having a whinge at it as well. Till later. Well, that was just oh, I tell you, there's these moments are what makes it all worthwhile. I was pushing up the Barrendong Way just before Mullion Creek, on the orange side of Mullion Creek. And this guy stopped on the side of the road, Brian Swift, and he stopped and waited for me to get up to his where he'd pulled off, and got out, and same thing, came over with $20. Said, "Look, mate, this is what I can manage right now." And I said, "Mate, that's just fantastic. Thank you so much. It's so generous." And anyway, he said, "Well, look, There's at Mullion Creek, just a kilometre up the road there's a community hall, and all the ladies are having a morning tea, and they'd love for you to stop by. So, because I saw you on the news last night, my wife and I. His wife's name's Lorraine, and we saw you on the news, and so they would love you to stop by. So I said, no worries, I'll go and swing by there. I've just done 17 kilometres, so I could do with a break. So that was it. So I turned off. It's probably about half a kilometre or just over that I've added, there and back, or maybe a bit more. Doesn't matter. And I had morning tea with the ladies. I'll put it up. I had my 360 going in the local community hall, and it's just so brilliant, sit down with the ladies. One of the ladies, they were celebrating one of the ladies' 80th birthdays, Kay, and happy birthday to you again, Kay. And so I had a scone and some cake, nice cup of tea, and now I'm on my way again. And it's just this beautiful day, and things like this happen. It just lifts your spirits. So
Distance 18 kilometers.
18 kilometers.
3 hours.
That's what it's telling me I've done already.
Previous
And
11 minutes 41 seconds.
so I've just got to get back onto the main drag, onto the Burrendong Way, just ahead of me here, about 50 meters down the road. And resume my travels. So what's the time now? It is 11:21, 17 Ks. So I'm really hoping to crack 34, do another 17 before 4 o'clock. Whatever time, wherever I am around 4 o'clock, I'm going to start looking for a campsite. Because, I want to have set up camp before the bloody sun goes down, because it's properly set up so I can get out of the cold, because the chill sets in so quickly once that sun's gone. So that's the reason. So 4 o'clock's my deadline, and I'm really doing well today, notwithstanding that it's been mainly uphill, but gentle uphill. So it hasn't been that much of an issue. So until later. Well, let's see what I've done today. It's been a great day, I must say. Let me just get onto my Strava here. 37 Ks. Yes, 37 Ks. Walking time 6 3/4 hours. So not too bad a day for me. It's been a beautiful day for walking, I got to say this. And up the Burrendong Way where I've been walking, there's very little traffic on the road. And anyway, it was approaching 3:30, and I thought, okay, the next place I find I'm going to stop at and set up camp. And this was it. So it's another one of these roadside stockpile areas, and blow me down if they don't have these culverts here. Now, I don't know about pitching on top of this again. There's nice places just to cook on. These little things here. Truth be known, if I wanted to, I could just put a tarp down over here and sleep in this spot down here. But to be honest, I'd rather be in a tent. If it was the only option, I'd do that, of course. So I'm going to set this up now. I'll put this on time lapse and set the camp up. There's my little burner going. I've got my pot of water boiling up. I've got it in this little alcove thing made by this culvert, so it's nice and sheltered from the wind. And tonight I will be eating on-track meals, of course, nothing else. Tender lamb and pearl barley with some brown rice and quinoa. Microwave in 90 seconds. I wish I had a microwave. So yeah, that's the meal for tonight, and it's as simple as once the water's boiling, well, I'm going to put it in right now, and it'll just boil away. Anyway, I shall do that, and I'm going to tuck into some tender lamb and pearl barley, which sounds fantastic. Okay, well, it's Friday. Not sure what date it is. Friday the 10th of May, and it's 7:30, and I'm back on the road. Might sound a bit puffed because I've just pushed up a little hill out of this work area that I was camping at last night. But back on the road again. Just checking my wheels, they're all good. There's a wind blowing today, and that might pose a challenge to me. Winds are not a good thing when you're pushing a wheelie bin because there's a lot of surface for it to catch. Anyway, it's not raining, so that's the main thing. I did 37 Ks last night. Last night. Last night I slept. Again, I was asleep. I promise you, by 6:30 I was asleep. Of course I got up during the night a few times for the obvious reason. But warm sleep. The wind was blowing, so the tent was flapping quite a bit up against me. I did have earplugs in, but just when it flaps against you, it kind of disturbs you a little bit. And so it is what it is. And there's a railway line over to the right. Every so often a train would come along there. And because there's a level crossing right where I was sleeping, they honk their horn. And geez, those horns, they can honk, all right. Anyway, I was knackered enough for none of that to worry me unduly, and I went back to sleep. Nice and snug, nice and warm as usual. For breakfast this morning, because I've run out of on-track meals as all-day breakfast, I had their rice pudding for breakfast, and I must say it's very nice, really is. So that was breakfast with a cup of coffee, and I've since had a protein bar. It's just coming up for 11 a.m. So not much in the way of food, but you know, I'm not starving. Otherwise, I'd just dive into my food bag and grab something out. Bloody tent, 3-second tent. It was great putting it up as long as the wind's not blowing. And taking it down, and the wind was blowing, is a nightmare. I don't know what I've done to it in collapsing it. I ended up just shoving it into the bag any old how, and whether it ever goes up again is questionable. So, outdoor reactors, or whatever they are, mates, great idea, 3-second pop-up tent, no wind. I want to see you demonstrate this in any type of just firm breeze.
Distance
One
18
hand, single-handed.
3 hours.
Don't get your mate to go and hold the
8
corners down
seconds.
or whatever.
Previous kilometer in 10 minutes 21 seconds.
Just do it yourself, and then, more importantly, pack it away in the wind. There's a challenge for you guys. Alrighty, enough of me. So just coming into Mumble, and just a little way back behind me up the road. There's Gapper. He's arrived and came walking up the road to greet me. I didn't have my camera going, bugger it, but he did capture the moment. Anyway, we found each other here in Mumble. We're going to go and camp out at the Mumble pub, and catch up. This is just fantastic. Yeah, he'll come past me in a short while. I just got to find where the Mumble pub is, but that should be easy. This is not a big place. And we had Al on the phone. So I've done today, it'll be 33 Ks, 34 Ks, I don't know what, 33 I reckon. So the Burrendong Hotel. Okay, so it's down here. See you there. That's Gappa. So I've got 400 meters to go, something like that. So here we are at the Mumble pub. Gappa and his van. It's a nice van that really are. And the lady at the pub here has very kindly offered for me to stay in the caravan that's parked out the back here, so I don't have to set up tent. That's a huge relief because, as I said, my tent is sus, to say the least. And well, this is, I'm just closing the gate. So very generous and nice of them to offer me the caravan for tonight. So all I need to do then is just stick out my sleeping bag, and there you have it. And this is the van. Yeah, but it was great. Now this is the main drag now through to Wellington, and I've just got onto, and I'm on my way. 26 kilometers today. That's all I've got to do after 2 big days coming up from Orange. Like I said, I did 37 and then 33. So yeah, so just 26. It might even be a little less that I've got to do today, I'm not sure. So, and I'm glad that I did those big days because you know, particularly in the rain, you don't want to have to knock out 35, 36 kilometers when it's miserable. Well, I don't even know what day number this is. I think it's What is today? Is it Saturday? Probably. And I left Mumble this morning. I've been on the road for about hour and a half, I guess. And I don't know, 8 kilometers. And I thought I'd had all the hills behind me. But that wasn't the case, of course. And so I've just pushed up quite a long hill. And I'm on the downside of that at the moment. Fortunately, I did take the tent off the front and the camping kit out of the bin, and Gappo has that in his van. So I'm walking with a slightly lighter load today and tomorrow, which one might argue is cheating a bit, but what the hell, I'll take what I can get when there's hills involved. I'm just chewing on a protein bar. I had a bit of toast this morning. Gappo made me a bit of toast with honey on it and a cup of tea. Very nice. And yeah, it feels like the rain might be coming back. Just feeling a few spots right now, which is a bummer because I've got to put all my rain gear on and it doesn't breathe. It just, all my body heat stays in there and the sweat, and it's just not nice, as you can imagine. So let's hope it just buggers off right now. Anyway, that's me done. Till later.